Oh, we're live.
Hello, friends and family, brothers and sisters on YouTube world. It says that we're live. We just want to say hi. This is our first time doing a live together. Um, this is like an intro. I believe I put introductory video
Introduction.
introduction. Go ahead, babe. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kim. Um, I think I've been in a couple of the videos, couple of the background videos, but for most of the videos that were, I am present and just wanted to say hi. I think you put a community post up today.
Oh, what?
Leslie and Rocco. So um, we seen Rocco looking pretty amazing. I told him I didn't even recognize him. Told him he looked like a movie star. So we got to talk to Rocco for a little bit today. We talked to Theodore for a little bit today. My husband talked to Leslie and a few others. Teresa, we call Chi Chi. So I didn't get to see her today, but she did ask about us. So yeah, we just wanted to pop in and say hi and let you know that this has always been a passion of ours for I think as long as I can remember. And I think that kind of is something my husband and I have always both been really passionate about. And I know for a big part of it, um, I was there, not as down and out as some of them, but I was there definitely within the addiction process of it. And that's kind of my testimony in itself, how I eventually got saved because when I was using, I would go to an outreach, and these people, these women would pray for me and they would help me. And I just remember at that time I had no clue who anything about the Bible. I didn't know anything, but I remember thinking, do these people not look really high and really on drugs? And just, um, anyway, long story short, that's it made me curious for more. So I think my husband could relate as well. And so that's always been a ministry for both him and I for as long as I can remember. We've never like officially had a YouTube channel and did videos, but our friends and family that know us in person, like truly know us, know this has been a ministry that we've always pursued. And it's very near and dear to our heart. Each person that we talk to, not only would you talk to them, we spend time with them, we get to know them, we get to know their story, and then whatever we could do to help is kind of, within our means is what we do. And I think, like I said, the people who actually know us in real life know this has been something that we've done for as long as we've been together, as long as we got clean and sober anyway. This is something that we've always.
So, my name is Juan, and did you introduce yourself, babe? Did you say your
I
name?
think Kim.
Kim. My name is Juan, and like my wife said, this has always been a love of ours. We've always had desire to help people, um, to help people. I came out of. I used to be homeless on Van Buren, 27th Avenue, Van Buren Indian School, the old Motel 6, and in front was a 7-Eleven
Phoenix.
in Phoenix. I'm talking about Phoenix. But our channel is called Stuck in Cali because we live in Cali. We live in California. We live in Needles. Um, so we live in the tri-state. So we just called our channel Stuck in Cali because I remember there was times uh, I would get so high that I would be stuck, that I would stay in one position in one area for 7 or 8, 9 hours because you get stuck. You get so high that you get stuck. So that's why we called it Stuck in Cali. And I was there, and like I shared in my, like I share that I'm sure that you guys that have seen our videos, and when I'm talking to with the homeless people, and I share with them because I don't want them to think that I'm being condescending or trying to throw them under the bus. But I share my story with them real quick, and I tell them, look, I've come out of homelessness, and I show them my marks. I shot up heroin and meth, and so I've been addicted, I've been homeless, and then I was also on mental health. I was also taking psych meds, but I've been clean and sober now. Going on March will be 12 years clean and sober from drugs, and then um, not being homeless for 12 years, right? 12 years not being homeless, 12 years,
I think like 13.
or like 13 years not being homeless, and uh, not taking any psych meds. 12 years, 12 years. So you guys, I was sharing and I was telling my wife, and it freaked her out. I said, when you used to force me to take psych meds, because she was like all for it, like, yeah, take psych meds, take psych meds. Hi,
I
Alessandra.
trusted the doctor. That's what the doctor's saying. You have to take your medication.
See, hi, Alessandra. Hi, Alessandra. And XAMU. Hi, you guys. So my wife used to tell me and push it on me, take the psych meds, take the psych meds. It was like Zoloft. It was for bipolar and
Well, it's just
bipolar and PTSD. And so she was trying to push me to take these psych meds. And little did she know, every time I took these psych meds, I became homicidal. Like I wanted to kill people. I wanted to hurt people. And finally, I told her, I said, you know what? You do not want me to take these meds because I'm not.
his mind wasn't right.
Yeah,
with
my
them.
mind wasn't right. So after that, she was like, no, stop it. Stop the meds.
But I think for the most part, we could relate to each and every person that we talk to, and it's like I said, each of them have a story, each of them have a name, and I mean, this is just an introduction. This is something we could go into a little bit more detail, maybe down the road. But we have somebody really near and dear to us is homeless in Phoenix, and her name's Lynette, and she's a super super tall girl. Can't miss her. And I remember the first time that we met her, it was just a mess. Her and her boyfriend, it reminded me a lot of him and me, like back in our bondage and just crazy days. And we prayed with them, and we sat with them, and we fed them. And every year we go back, we look for her, and then we didn't find her. And the last time we went back, we didn't find her. But we went back that night to eat, to get something to eat. And there was a bus stop. And I seen her peeking like kind of around the corner, and it was kind of a distance. And I looked and I said, Linnell, it was dark. I said, is that you? And I'm not lying. Her face just lit up, just priceless. Like, do you remember me? And I said, girl, we look for you every time we come here. Come here. I gave her a hug, and she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you remember me. I was like, what's going on? How you doing? You look great. She was clean and sober for 3 months as of that time. So, we don't always know what's going on in each and every individual's lives at that point. But we are a testimony that if anybody could do it, if we did it, anybody could do it. And we get, it's up to the individual. We get it just like it was up to us. We had to get to a certain point. And on this channel, I think the main thing that I wanted to kind of talk about is we understand, it's people are entitled to their own opinions, and that's great. This is what this channel is about, though. And I said I will remove or delete any comments that isn't edifying, encouraging, or uplifting. Because at the end of the day, everybody is entitled to their own opinions. But you don't need to come on and leave nasty comments. If you don't agree, that's fine. You don't have to agree. But just some of the comments are just really sad, and I think as a whole, that's kind of what's wrong with our society. People are so quick to point and name call and judge, and it's if it bothers you or offends you, you don't have to watch. Simple as that. But any nasty, rude comments, because these people are people. These people are sons and daughters. These people are brothers and sisters. These people are mothers and fathers. These, you know, just because they're at a different uh, point in their life doesn't mean that they are no. And if you listen to the stories, you know, all of them, it's just. But at the end of the day, each and every one of them are great, great people. Like Chi Chi, I think I put on one of the comments. She's got like one of the best attitudes. You know, she's got some stuff going on, but she's positive. She's happy. She makes jokes, and I can't tell you enough about the love and the and this is something that we go into later, but we have been blessed beyond blessed with just the, you know, the love they give back. And it's they're great people, they're great individuals, their situations are just, you know, not the same as, but everybody has different situations in life. And so if you really take the time, and I think for us, you know, it's definitely been a blessing, because this is something, what we are doing is to raise awareness. We've never once asked for help, ever, ever, ever. Everything we do is out of our own pocket. Um, we've never asked financially for help. If anybody does want to help, it goes straight to that individual. But this is something we've been doing, like I said, for years and years and years. And we could never honestly outgive God, like ever, ever. And so we know that at the end of the day, whatever we could do to help these people, you know, whether it's if they want to attend rehab, let me know. I can make phone calls. What, you know, what are your goals? Where do you see yourself 6 months down the road? And I don't know how much. I think if you listen to some of the interviews, it gets hot here. It's not a place that you want to really be homeless. It is hot here. It gets really, really hot, and the heat's no joke. I think that I know here in our town, last year we were on vacation. When we got back from vacation, we were gone 2 weeks. Two homeless people in our town, they both passed away because of heat exhaustion. And so whatever we could do, like we tried to get Shauna. Shauna wanted to take a bus to go up north, and there was no buses that were going up north. But whatever resources we could do to help them, if they want to detox, if they want to rehab, we could make calls and just help them out and just be there. You know, maybe it's not going to be today. Maybe it's not going to be this week. Maybe it's not ever going to be, you know, anytime that we're going to see, but maybe down the road, all we could do is love them, pray for them, and encourage them, because Lord only knows they've had enough of the negative, enough of the, you know, it's just sad to see how human beings treat other human beings, honestly. And at the end of the day, I just hope, you know,
Good.
you don't have somebody in your immediate family that's ever in that situation.
Right.
Because we're definitely not about enabling anybody. And we're definitely
We don't
absolutely
even enable our own families.
no, we don't. And we're definitely not about helping. What's the word I'm looking for? Enabling. We don't enable, and we don't excuse at all any behaviors. But that doesn't mean we can't be there for prayer. We can't be there for love. We can't be there just to, you know, here, how's your day going? The little things in life make a huge
And
difference.
I know, because I've seen other channels that do what we do, and of course they've been doing it longer, and they have thousands, even close to 1 million subscribers. So, and I haven't seen not one other channel that does what we do. We shake their hands and we go up and we give them hugs. My wife hugs them, I hug them, you know, and I mean, you know, and I think
today he said, "Man, you hug a Rocco like that might be your man."
so.
But he looked really great. He did. I said, "Look at it." I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked
did.
really good. He looked like a country singer.
I told him he looked like a Hollywood
Cowboy
walking down the street. Yeah. And so, but those little things, it's important to know. You know, like today we went and got ice for Theodore. I got the ice for him because certain people close their doors. They won't let him in. They won't give them ice. It's 113 degrees out. They won't even give them ice.
Yes, and XAMU says to be careful. Yes,
Yeah.
we are careful. Before we go, we pray. We put our spiritual armor on. We pray. As you guys that know me, I'm a former Marine. I was in the Marine Corps. I was in gangs. I was in prison. So, you know, I'm very alert and aware of my surroundings.
And speaking on that, I put in a comment. Somebody did make that comment for him. Why don't you sit down and be at their level? Because I don't remember. I think it was Mikey. A couple of them too. He was standing up and recording and kind of looking down on. And it's not that we look down on them. And I put in that one particular comment. I see how that looks, and it could look really rude. But in our case, we're aware and alert always of our surroundings.
Yeah.
And so if they're sitting down and my husband's sitting down and my husband's recording and something does go down, he's not going to be. Yeah. And so please don't ever think anybody that we think.
There's no way, shape, or form do we condescending, look down, throw any of them under the table. And just like I encourage them and I tell them, if you look on the videos, you know, they're not bad people. They're just in bad situations. You know, a lot of them, they will get a job. A lot of them will work. A lot of them are willing
want to work.
Want to work.
I'm trying to get a couple of them right now, trying to find
There's
them.
two guys that are willing to work, want to work, Mikey and Rick. Mikey.
I could tell you though, like 2 weeks ago, we walked. It's about where they have to go to eat. It's about, what, 4 city blocks? And it was, I think, 114 degrees that day. And we were outside already all day. And I don't think I had enough water. And I felt like I got sick. I think I got dehydrated. And by the time we sat down, we sit with them while they eat. And one thing I could tell you here is a very good environment, because we are a small environment. We're not Phoenix. We're not Las Vegas. We're not San Bernardino. We're not a huge. So that was another thing with Leslie. We're so happy that Leslie came home. There's another channel that sent her from Phoenix.
If you guys are familiar with there's a bigger channel named Tales from the Street. His name, I believe the guy, his name is Juan. I've talked with him through comments only. I don't know him personally, and he sent her home 3 weeks ago. Juan sent her home. She was just released from prison or jail, and he sent her home. And man, all the negative comments of people were telling him, like, man, you just wasted your money, you're wasting your time, you got burned, you got used, she's not gonna go home. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, my wife can tell you, I talked to her today. I took a picture of her.
We seen her 2 days after she got home too.
Yeah, so she's here. She made it home. So
she's
Juan
put on some weight.
Yeah, she looks healthy.
Yeah.
So Juan did a good job, you know, because he sent her home to be with her family. Because in Phoenix, it's way worse, you guys. You know,
my heart is just. I'm glad she's here, because Phoenix is just no place. It's definitely they look after one another.
Yes.
They're definitely. For what it's worth, it's family oriented out there, and they take care of each other. 2 or 3 will stay back while they go get food, so they don't have to worry about their things getting lost. There's 2 or 3 there, gather something up and get it all together if they're going to remove their stuff, and then they bring them food back. So they're definitely family oriented, and that's something what I wanted to say. You know, at the end of the day, we've always been that way. You know, we don't know, like we said, what's going to happen from tomorrow to 6 months to a year, but it's not our call. We pray for them. We pray for them before we go to bed, when we wake up, before we go visit them, and just want them to know they're human beings. This is what we say to each and every one of them. They cry the same way we cry. They bleed the same way we bleed. They put their pants on the same way we put. Their just situation is different.
They're not, like I said, you guys, they're not bad people. They're just in bad situations. And also, I was going to say real quick is that so Juan did a good job. I want to give Juan props. Not that he needs it, because his channel is almost 1 million subscribers. So, but I just want to give him props, because he did the right thing. in his heart, he wanted to send her home. His title, if you go and check out Tales from the Street with Juan, he says, I sent home a stranded girl or a young lady. And so she did make it, and she is home, and she is happy. And like my wife said, if you guys go to my community post, I put a picture up of her. She didn't want to do a video because I think she was either coming down or something was going on with her. So, but she didn't want to do an interview today. But if you go to my community post, you'll see I did get a picture of her, and she said maybe on the next one she'll do an update.
Her thought process though is so much better than what it was when she was over there in Phoenix. And I know
because she's with family, and that's what Juan did. Like Juan from Tales from the Street. So he did a good job because he sent her home, and she's safe. She's here with her family, and she's safe. So good job for Juan for doing that.
And I know, like a while ago, a couple of years ago, we had a friend that asked, how do you go about approaching them or even talking to them? How do you know if they even want to talk to you? Well, a lot of times, a lot of them are a little leery just because
they've been hurt, they've been burnt.
Yeah, and I think
they've been abused.
I think that's something we'll cover later, probably. As my husband, we'll probably put up his testimony, share his testimony, and what it all roots from, I'd say a lot of it is trauma,
unresolved trauma. Yes.
And so it just kind of is like a spiral effect. And so what I've seen though with the pattern is they're loving, they're supportive, they do have what it takes, I believe, with the proper tools. So what our goal, what our hope has always been is first show them that love, that Christ-like love, that love. Pray for them. And then whatever resources we could help them with or lead them to there, because there is a lot of resources for them to take advantage of. And not a lot of them are going to use the resources. Not a lot of them are going to take advantage of it. We can't make them. We can't force them. But we could pray for them and offer it. And so that's kind of like what our thoughts are going into and have always been, is just to encourage them, love them, pray for them.
So you guys, this is just like my wife said already, this is an introductory video just so that you guys that don't know us can meet us. I'm the one that does the videos, and my wife helps me, and I'm the one that do the interviews and the videos, and my wife supports me and helps me in any way she can. She's mostly like on the phones talking to people or trying to set things up. So this is our team, Stuck in Cali. She's from Cali. I'm not. I'm originally from Texas, but my wife's from Cali. So that's how we got our name, Stuck in Cali, because I know how it feels to be stuck. And we live in Cali, so that's why it's called Stuck in Cali. So we just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys for watching, and for the guys that are going to watch after the live. You guys, I just want to ask you guys for one favor. I made a live earlier. I was going through my YouTube studio, you guys, and I was going through the analytics, and it says that 95%, all our videos, 12, I think almost 12 of our videos, we have 1,000 and over views, and that's good for we only have like 200 subscribers, close to 200 subscribers. And so each of our videos, like 12 of them, have 1,000 and over views. So I was looking at the analytics, you guys, and the analytics says that 95% of our viewers are not subscribers. So I'm asking you guys, please, to comment, like, and subscribe. Please help us out and subscribe, because we need that, because everything we're doing right now is out of our own pocket. But once we get monetized, then everything that we get from YouTube, and we'll show you receipts, we'll have receipts, and goes back out to the community, to the homeless community. Remember, we're dealing with people that are homeless, addiction, and mental health. So, if we can get over 1,000 subscribers, that would help us a lot. So I just want to encourage you guys and ask you guys to help us, right, babe?
Yes.
Please comment, like, and subscribe, and help us to get to over 1,000 subscribers so we can monetize. And then the money that we've been spending already, that we don't have to spend our own money. But if we do, then we do. We're going to keep doing this because this is our heart. This is our ministry. We want to give and reach out to the people that are hurting, that people consider as nuisance or bother, or the throwaways. Because that's where I was at. I was on 27th Avenue in Van Buren. So we want to help them. Like Jesus helped them, we want to help them too. And like I said, I haven't seen any other channel that goes out and hugs them. We hug them, guys. We hug them.
Maybe they do. We just don't.
Yeah, but they've never shown it. But I haven't seen no other channel that goes out to the homeless and the drug addicted and hug them. And we hug them. And
this was even like, we've done it for a lot of years before TikTok was famous, before this was a big thing on YouTube. We have always done this.
We have pictures from when my daughter was a baby.
But during COVID especially, that was like a very tough time because they were shutting everything down where they couldn't go in and use the restroom, they couldn't wash their face, couldn't brush their teeth, and the way they treated them was just absolutely terrible. So we definitely would do whatever we could do whenever we were in Phoenix. That's kind of where our heart's always been. And I just want to say, a lot of people are like, oh, they're drug addicts, you don't know what they're going to do. Well, you're right. If we feed them or help them, whatever it is, I don't know what they're going to do, but I know they're not all, drug addicts. We pray about the people we were with and talked to. And I remember during COVID, there was a guy, Michael, and we found him and he hadn't eaten in 3 days. He had a shopping. We could go on and like stories that I could tell you, like this one couple that we just fell in love with. We look for him every year. We were going to Knott's Berry Farm. My daughter was 2 and we were in Buena Park. We stopped at a Denny's every time, right down the street from.
Looking for him.
Well, but there's a Denny's. Before we go to Knott's Berry Farm, we stop at this Denny's. And we found, we met him and we asked him if he was hungry. He said, yeah. So we said, well, come in and eat. He goes, no, that's fine. I'll just take a cheeseburger.
He was embarrassed. No. He was embarrassed.
I said, come on, you come with us. So his wife came. They had their shopping cart. Everything they owned was in the shopping cart. And we went in, long story short, we hung out with them for like so many hours. And they were just like the best. And they laughed. And she cried and she said, I just want to tell you thank you. She said, I haven't seen my husband act like a real human being in I don't know how long.
These people, the homeless, they just want to be felt loved and accepted and human. They have a human conversation, a normal conversation, you guys. And I'll post pictures on our community, the couple that my wife's talking about from Buena Park.
We look for them every year.
Yeah, we look for them every part. But so I'm hoping that they got out of this situation. Yeah.
But by the time we left, this is where, how I say they just bless us tremendously. So we're just talking. We've been there forever. And our daughter, she said, I have something for her. And I said, she's fine. She doesn't need anything. She said, no, you guys, you don't even understand. Like, our hearts are so happy. I have something I want to give your daughter. Please let me just bless your daughter. So she went out to her shopping cart and she had a little Minnie Mouse coloring book and colored pencils. And I'll just never forget, genuinely, that love that she had, those, she didn't have to, and we told her no, but she wanted to. It was just
so we allowed her to bless my daughter.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to take somebody's blessing
yes.
away from them, because sometimes people want that's a blessing for them to give, and it's a blessing to receive, but it's also a blessing to give. So we didn't want to take that away from her, right, babe?
No. So, but when we left, everybody at Denny's thought we were family.
They thought we knew
each other for forever.
They were like, we thought you guys were family. We thought, because we were there for 5-6 hours.
So we found a church and we got them
blankets.
We got them some Bibles. We went and got them some blankets and some toiletries. And by the time it was said and done, Knott's Berry Farm, we only had an hour and a half, but that was fine. We definitely were these people. Like I said, we go back every single year looking for them in that area and never found them.
And I just want to give out shout outs to 3 channels, and I don't know how they each like if they care for each other or not, but I just want to give out 3 shout outs to 3 channels that have helped me tremendously in starting this channel. We've only been a channel for like 2 or 3 weeks, babe. 2 weeks, I think. But these 3 channels have helped me tremendously. Lost in Phoenix, Art.
Which we've met in person.
Well, I know Art. I've met him. He's a nice guy. He's cool. I met Art. So tell us from the street, Juan. I've never met Juan. I'm looking forward to hopefully that one day I could meet him. He seems like a cool guy. He's helped me out tremendously, answered some of my questions. And Righteous Monkey, Daniel from Tucson, he's helped me out too. So those 3 channels, you guys, if you guys haven't checked those channels out, Lost in Phoenix, Tales from the Street, and Righteous Monkey, check those 3 channels out. Those are awesome, excellent channels, and they help me out, and giving me advice, and so check them out, you guys.
And I do want to say, like, whatever we do is not for competition. It never has been, because we've done this for a very long time. We've just never been like on a YouTube channel doing it. But we've always said for other people, you could do it in your own community. You could go to a soup kitchen, volunteer. You don't even have to, be the one to do it 100%. You could find an organization and just go out and hang out with these people. That one was super cool too. Like when we first started going, Deacon John feeds them, I think 6 days a week at 4:30, and he knows their names. And that's just, it's important to know that they are human beings and that people do know and people do care about them. I think it definitely shouldn't be a competition. I think I have 2 sisters in Christ that are super excited, and they're like, oh my goodness, we want to come with you. Yes, absolutely. Come with us. You can never love, encourage, and pray for someone ever enough. There's always going to be a need for it. And so definitely as do it not to be in competition, but to encourage other people.
Encourage, edify, and uplift. So we're not about trying to compete. I don't think that I will ever have any issues with Lost in Phoenix, Tales from the Streets, or Righteous Monkey, because these guys have helped me out tremendously. So I'm not in competition with them, but I do want to encourage, edify, and uplift them. And I hope that they can do the same for me. And I hope they never see me as a threat or a competition. And so with that, we're going to close, you guys, because we've already been on for 33 minutes. So remember, you guys, 95% of my viewers are not subscribed. So I'm asking you guys, please help us out and comment, like, and subscribe. And I appreciate Anga Montoya, XAMU, Lysandra. I thank you guys for commenting on our live, and hope that we'll see you guys again on the next one.
Yeah, because we got a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah, we have a lot.
I wanted to say really quick, there's so much to say. So we seen Leslie, we seen Leslie today, but we seen Savannah Friday. And she looked great. She is off the streets. And so that's always a blessing. She's working through her working things out with her boyfriend, and so she looked really, really great. She offered show my daughter how to fish, and so I just wanted to say she looked great. Tracy is also in Kingman. She's still off the streets for over a week now. And then we've got another gentleman that he's back down in San Bernardino off the street. So,
So in these 3 weeks that we've been doing this, we've already had little success stories, you guys. So, and that's a blessing, and that's like encourages us. Yes, that's a blessing, and it encourages us to keep on. You know what I mean? And
and it doesn't mean that they might come back out on the streets, and that's that's not our call. We hope not. But if they do, at least I know they were safe. You know, Tracy's been in chemo for 2 weeks, has a roof over her head, and so yeah, just we will definitely follow up with all of them.
So once again, thank you guys. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Stuck in Cali, out.